Putting his helmet on, James grunted as he got back up. "You going to be okay?" Mim asked casually, though it was clear that the cat person was concerned. Just because they were stronger than the average human, it didn't mean that they were invulnerable. What James had done was dangerous, and his body was letting him know how much it didn't appreciate the rough treatment it had received. "After I go to sleep, I'm likely to wake up to a sore body," James sighed, not looking forward to feeling hurt all over. It reminded him of some of the rougher times on the streets, like getting involved in physical altercations with other homeless individuals. Often, they were much older than he was when they'd fight him. He'd wake up feeling much worse, in addition to the bruises on his body. Fortunately, the bruises would be hidden by my armor. I can only imagine what Maya would say if she were to see them. James chuckled to himself. "I'll stay silent about how reckless you were," Mim said, as though reading James's mind about not wanting Maya to know what happened. Feeling his face blushing from having his thoughts revealed, James grinned. "Thanks, I appreciate that. Maya would never stop lecturing me if she knew what happened." He thanked Mim for the assist. To himself, he thought, "It's a good thing that Mim is the one that came with me. If it was one of the women, they'd have informed Maya right away." James always had a feeling that women were quicker to support one another compared to how they behaved with guys. He noticed that if he messed up around a woman, even one not part of the group, Maya would somehow learn about it, and he'd get an earful. But being with Mim, James knew that there was nothing he needed to worry about. The cat person wouldn't out him to Maya, and would keep what happened a secret. Likely, even the members of Mim's group wouldn't find out. Seeing how many rabbits we've killed on top of the horned rabbit, I feel like having the forest cat to carry two is going to be slightly troublesome, James said. James counted up the rabbits and saw that there were 6 of the furry creatures. Pulling out a rope from his belt, Mim said, "I'll tie these things. If you're able to carry the forest cat yourself, then we should be good." Mim began wrapping the rope around the horned rabbit's neck and securing it, then moving on to a rabbit that James killed and repeating the process. Looking down at the forest cat, James quickly tried to estimate how much it weighed. After determining it would be light enough, he looked at Mim. "I should have this thing covered. It's not heavy enough for me to not be able to carry over my shoulder," he said. "Glad to hear that. If you couldn't carry it, I'd have needed to leave behind a few of these rabbits so that you could carry these while I carry the forest cat," Mim said. James crouched and grabbed the dead forest cat to test out whether he could actually carry the monster. He lifted up the monster while ensuring that he had a firm grip on it. James made a loud grunt from the effort, but successfully put it on his shoulder. With another grunt, he stood up while making sure he didn't topple over due to the heavy weight of the cat. He stood with the forest cat, slightly leaning to the other side to compensate for his one side having to carry the heavy creature.